The director of The Professional and The Fifth Element brings us another space opera. There's no way this movie is not gonna be great, right? Right? Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Now, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets is the latest movie to be directed by Luc Besson. The film takes place in the future, where humanity has created this gigantic space station, where all kinds of different alien creatures and tribes coexist in order to learn from one another. However, when the human government detects a mysterious energy source beneath the surface, two federal agents are tasked with a mission in order to unravel this mystery. And now we have our movie. Now, going into this film, I was looking forward to this because I used to be a huge fan of Luc Besson. The Professional is one of my all-time favorite movies. And The Fifth Element, in my opinion, is criminally underrated as a space opera. So when I heard that he was going to give us a new space opera, I was like, hell yeah, I'm down, and I love Dane Dehaan. So I was pumped. Sadly, I gotta tell you that Valerian, to me personally, was a huge disappointment. But first, let's address the positives. First of all, this movie looks great. No, spectacular. The visual effects in this movie are straight up amazing and beautiful. Very imaginative. The different worlds look stunning, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm engaged. If for nothing else, these worlds are truly engaging. The creature design is also great, and the CGI, again, fantastic work. Also, when the movie kicked off and I was introduced to our two main stars, I was like, I like them. Both of them are charming, and I like their first campaign. However, then Act 2 and 3 began, and I was like, this is boring, and this is kind of a mess. Let's look at our two protagonists for a second. Dane Dehaan is pretty much a combination between Keanu Reeves from Point Break and Han Solo of the original Star Wars trilogy. Even though I love the guy, I don't think he was the best casting choice. And Cara DeLevigne, I liked her in the film, and unlike most critics, I thought these two actually had some decent chemistry. Also, the technology in this movie, amazing. I was geeking out. The first job they have to solve involves another dimension. So they have to make use of this technology in order to enter this dimension, because it's actually right in front of us, but we just don't see it. So we have to make use of specific glasses and gauntlets in order to feel, touch, and see this universe. That in itself is great. But once the main plot started, this movie started to become extremely predictable, because it pretty much told you, yeah, the evil guy who you suspected to be evil all along is actually evil. I was like, oh, what a surprise. Also, this movie beats you over the head with expositional dialogue. There was a sequence that felt like a 15-minute expositional dialogue sequence. It probably was way shorter, but that's the way I felt about it. I almost passed out. I was like, yeah, oh yeah, I'm still there, I'm still listening. That's never a good sign. And all the different side characters who I thought were going to be important didn't matter. Like, there's this one sequence with Rihanna, and the sequence itself was actually pretty fucking cool. I was like, oh, so now she's part of our campaign. She is one of our main characters. Oh, I guess she's not. Then there was this pirate dude where it's like, oh, he's a cool character. What about it? Oh, peace. I guess you're not part of the movie anymore. Cool. Then there were those three little weird aliens, and they were supposed to be the comedy reliefs, but they weren't funny. And generally speaking, this movie failed at being funny. It tried to be funny at times, but the humor didn't fit the overall tone of the flick. And I was like, this is very distracting. And what's up with all the different subplots? Because there is definitely a main plot. The main plot is to unravel the mystery of this energy source, which also ties into the very beginning of the film. However, there are like 3 different side campaigns of the film that this movie just didn't need. And even worse so, I like the side campaigns more than the overarching plot. That's never a good thing. So despite terrific visual effects, terrific sci-fi geek technology, and 2 likable main characters, I gotta say that Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets is a time stealer. I wanted to give this movie the bronze medal, but as I marinated on it for quite some time, I figured the negatives actually outweigh the positives, so I had to give this movie this rating. However, I still believe that it is in fact a visual experience and that you should probably check it out. So, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, have you seen it? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you guys, as always, for watching. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then just subscribe.